अज्ञानतिमिरान्तस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नारायण परावेदा देवा नारायणाङ्गजाः नारायण परालोका नारायण परामखाः नारायण परो योगो नारायण परन्तपः नारायण परं ज्ञानं नारायण परागतिः। तस्मातेकेन मनसा भगवान् सात्वतां पतिः श्रोतव्य कीर्तितव्यश्च ध्येयपूज्यश्च नित्यदा। जयति जगति मायां यस्य कायाधवस्ते वचनरचनमेकं केवलं शाकलय्य ध्रुवपदमपि यातो यत्कृपातो ध्रुवोऽयं सकलकुशलपात्रं ब्रह्मपुत्रं नतास्मि। सर्वेभ्यः नमस्कारः. We are seeing the Narada Bhakti Sutras, and I have completed up to 31 sutras in the Narada Bhakti Sutras. And in the last two sutras, we saw that Sage Narada is explaining that Parabhakti, Ananda Swarupa of the Atma by drishtantas, by three drishtantas, that is three metaphors. First is the metaphor of the prince, second is the metaphor of the house, that is the griha, and the third is the metaphor of the food. And in this sutra also, that is in Sutra 32 also, he is explaining more or doing analysis of that drishtantas. So let us see that sutras. Na tena raja paritoshaka kshuda shantirva. That is, he is taking about that first example, that is the metaphor of the Raja, prince. The prince, already he is the prince. He is the Raja. By birth, he is royal. But by circumstances, he forgot that he is not aware of it. When the minister made him realize that his nature is not the beggar, he is the Raja, royal birth, he immediately became aware of it. So it's only a shift in consciousness. This is what happens in the spirituality also. Now, because of all our prarabdha karmas, because of our attachment towards the body and mind, we feel that I have this difficulty, or we think that I am this person, I am qualified for this, I do this job, I take this doing this government job, or whatever it means. Either we identify with our body, that is, if we identify with our body, means we identify with our birth or with our community or anything. If we identify with the mind, we identify with I am happy or I am not happy or all that. And if we identify with the intellect, that is more worse. We feel that I have studied this, I have this qualification, I am performing this job, I maintain this company, all that, I am running this company, all that we think. But all that are not our identity. All that's our identity, just like how the Raja identified as the beggar. So it's all these are something we attain, we come to us. By practice, we come to, all these come to us. But our real identity or Swarupa is Ananda Swarupa. That is our real nature, and that Swarupa is not different from Bhagavan or from Bhakti, says Sage Narada. So the minister did not make that person a king. He did not do anything. He only made him aware that his identity is not of the beggar, his identity is of the royal birth. So just like that, the Shastras, the Guru, only make us realize that your identity is Sachidananda Rupa and not the identity which now you identify with your body or mind or intellect. So that's only a shift in consciousness. And how do you get that shift? By bhakti. Many people think there is a spiritual sadhanas of doing puja or going to pilgrimage or worship, going to the tirtha, anything, whatever it may be. Those spiritual practices improves our bhakti or brings bhakti in us. No, the bhakti is always there because the bhakti is not different from Bhagavan. It is always in us, but now it is clouded by all those impurities. For example, when we have a mirror, so much dust will be there on the mirror by time. We have to wipe it occasionally, or otherwise, we cannot see the clear reflection. So, just like that, now our mind is completely full of wrong identities. By spiritual practice, we remove that wrong identities. That's all we do. We remove that impurities. Only the sadhanas do that much. Then what is our swarupa will be reflected in the mind. Now the false identity is reflected in the mind, not the Atma Swarupa. When we wipe that dust from the mind or the impurities from the mind, then our real nature will be reflected in the mind. So that's the use of the spiritual sadhanas. So that's what the drishtanta of the king explains also. Now the next drishtanta of the griha. The comfort of the griha is already there. It is not that that businessman who came from outside and he built that house and then he's staying in it. No, it's not like that. Already his house is there in his native place. Only thing is, in search of happiness and in search of money, he went so far away place to so many far away places. But he realized that all that money or all that position did not give him any comfort. So he returned back to his house, and that's what we are also doing. We think that our happiness is outside. By attaining that position, we have happiness. By attaining this much money, by earning this much money, then we will be happy. So, all that is not the real happiness. At first, they give comfort and happiness for some time, but that is not permanent, temporary. So, the real happiness and our real ananda is in us already. It is not that we have to gain it again. No, it is already there. Only thing is we have to identify with it. So that's the drishtanta of the griha explains to us. Now the drishtanta of the appeasement of hunger, that satisfaction is already there. But after some time it is lost by the disturbance of the hunger. So what the food do is, it is not creating that satisfaction. Only thing is, it is removing that hunger. So we feel that satisfaction which is already in us. So that's what the food do. The food does not create satisfaction. No, the satisfaction is already there, but in between it is lost because of hunger. When we remove that hunger by food, then we again experience that satisfaction. So, this is the clear analysis of the three drishtantas, which is said in the last sutra by Sage Narada. He is really analyzing it. Our real nature is this, and somehow we lost it, and we have to remove that impurities from the mind so that we can realize our true nature, says Sage Narada. And in the next sutra, he is telling the inference of these drishtantas. Let us see what Sage Narada says. Tasmat saiva grahaya mumukshubhihi. Tasmat. Therefore, Sage Narada says that any person seeking after liberation, they have to follow that supreme path of love, that is path of bhakti. Why does Sage Narada says that bhakti is supreme than all the other paths? As we have already seen, bhakti gives comfort for the seeker because we thoroughly enjoy bhakti from the beginning. Whereas when we go for meditation and all that, we have to control our mind a lot, and we experience difficulties as novice. After that, when we get trained, then we will feel comfortable, but not from the beginning, not from the scratch itself. But Bhakti Yoga, from the scratch, it gives us ananda. So we feel very happy practicing bhakti. And so bhakti is supreme than all the other paths to attain liberation. And not only that, any person can come to bhakti yoga because it doesn't need any prerequisites. Whereas in jnana yoga or meditation, there are so many prerequisites. One, we have to practice the sadhana chatushtaya. Only then we can enter in all the other paths. But the bhakti is different. It accepts anyone because in this path of bhakti, at any person, even a sinner, can practice bhakti. So it is supreme than all the other paths. Then the next thing is it comes naturally to us. Love is something by nature, it is inherent in us. It comes to us naturally, so it is easy for anyone to practice bhakti. And the next thing is, even when someone practice bhakti for some time, or for any pre-engagements, or for any job, if they go, they cannot practice it for some time. Even if they leave it halfway, after some time, if they continue it, it will be afresh in their mind, so they can practice it easily at any time. So for all these said reasons above, anyone can practice bhakti. It is suitable for all. Mainly, bhakti yoga is suitable for all, and therefore, Sage Narada says that supreme love towards Bhagavan is the best way to attain to attain Bhagavan for the mumukshus, that is the person after liberation. So that's the two sutras explaining the drishtantas, where he explained the glory of para bhakti by these three drishtantas. Next, now the topic changes from the next sutra that I will continue in my next upload. Om Namo Narayanaaya.